Just call Monica, your realtor, at 310-993-4943. That's 310-993-4943.
Welcome back. It's your boss ladies here, Coach Kaya and
Monica L.
and we're here. I'm a boss lady, boss mama, boss wife, mompreneur, sister, writer, and certified transformational coach. And what do? I try my best to help people live their best lives today. And I'm also being transparent about that process.
All right. Well, that's an intro. No, you are helping people live their best lives because first step is asking for help.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're a great resource.
Thank you, sister.
You're
So are you?
welcome. And I'm Monica L., a boss lady, Cleveland born, LA raised on a journey of freedom and happiness as an educator, entrepreneur, self-published author, and realtor.
Hey.
Hit me up if you want to buy, sell, or invest. I am here for you, and I'm so thankful. We are so thankful that you are here with us for season 4 of Boss Lady Conversations. This is our heart work, and we are happy that you are enjoying us. So please remember to always like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification button. We have some amazing things in store, and you don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. Your family.
Your family.
And there will be opportunities to deepen that family relationship. We will have a paid subscription and we will offer you even more of what you love about Boss Lady Conversations, real-time resources to help you with your day-to-day operations. We know you're running an empire and that's not easy and you need support and we're here to support you as you support us. But let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, I'm so excited about the show today. Whew. The benefits of decluttering and how decluttering can enhance your boss lady life. I have to say that I am sitting next to this queen and she's not just talking about it today, she's been about it. I literally watched her transform her life, declutter her entire life in record time. She made a decision and just went for it. Now, that's not what we're promoting today. We're not saying that you can do it at that level. Maybe some of us can, right? And if you can, this is your sign to get it done. Because if you know that you can do it, right? But today's episode is really about how my sister Monica L made that decision, what steps she took, and what steps we can offer our boss lady family to take steps. I'm also seeking steps. And I learned so many steps from watching her move, right? Because everybody's life is different. Everybody has different complications, other people to consider, all of those things, right? So we want you to just listen for takeaways that pertain to you that will bless your life today. And she's the right person to start this conversation. Trust me.
Oh, thank you, Coach Kaya. And as most of you are aware, I try to be as transparent. We both try to be as transparent as possible. But I want to say to this topic is, yes, I did a lot of work. So let's start with that. And when I say a lot of work, I mean, I did work on me first.
Hello.
And when I say work on me, I mean my mental health. As we all know, I've been through a life season, not that I'm any different than anyone else, but I've been through a life season. And my end goal, which I'm not at yet, but almost there, is to live a minimalist lifestyle. So I think for me, it's always best for me to have a goal first and then try to obtain the goal.
Okay.
Now, for some people, it might be like, I just want to do this to do that. So many of you are aware, I lived in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. And then I decided that I wanted to change where I resided and downsize, for lack of a better term, into a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. And so I knew that I could not take all the things because there was not space for it, nor was I going to pay for the storage. Again, people can use their own discretion. And so I really had to sit with myself. And even though there were a number of people who wanted to assist me in the process, it's like you have to have a plan in order for someone to assist you. Because if you bring in someone else to help you and you don't know how they can help you, then they're gonna take over.
Because
And
they
you-
think that's the help that you
right,
need.
right. And they're like, well, you don't got a plan. I'm here. We got to get to work. And we got 2 hours. And you're like, no, 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 no. No, no, no.
Mhm.
Don't throw away my baby shoes. I still need to look at those.
Mhm.
And so in that process, it wasn't like an overnight thing.
Right.
It wasn't like all the things to the left, I'm keeping, all the things to the right must be trash, and I am very much aware there are people that have limited resources, not that I have a lot, but that could benefit from
Mhm.
things. So for this not to be an hour-long podcast, what I really decided to do was to really decide what had to go first.
Okay.
You have to
So
really
step
decide.
one.
Step one, what has to go? And for some people, everything must stay. No. If you have never looked in the box, if you didn't even know you had that box, it needs to go.
Mhm.
I mean, look at it. Make sure your birth certificate's not in it,
Right.
but then throw it out.
Mhm.
And it's a hard thing to do, but you have to let it go. People talk about spring cleaning. It's like I did a spring cleaning, but it was more like on 50,000. And, certain things I was like, it's in good enough shape to donate. Don't donate anything that you really wouldn't ever use in life. Like, that's not nice. Um, I'm gonna be real. Like, donate something that you maybe just can't fit, or maybe if you can't fit it, you don't want to wear it no more.
So your foot spot is not your used foot spot. It's not on the donation list.
No.
Let it go.
No.
If you don't want to use it anymore,
No, yeah, nobody's not going to use it. If those shoes are ran over and
You
they look
enjoy
right
them.
over, you enjoy them, let them go. Free them.
They
Free
tight.
yourself,
They tight.
free them. So, and to be honest, I had many different rounds of this. I'm not going to make it like it was easy, but it had to be done. And as my good friend know, I'm a taskmaster. So, I didn't have the luxury of time either. Let me just
You
say
had a
that.
deadline. It was
I had a
clear.
deadline. It was a
And
clear
you
deadline.
thrive when you have
I
a deadline.
do, unfortunately. I
So
do.
know what your thrive lane is. Like
Yes.
maybe it's a deadline. Maybe it's even a made up deadline.
Right.
Maybe it's a friend coming to visit. Like
Yes.
whatever it is,
Yes.
find that thing that's going to motivate you quickly to
Yes.
move forward.
Yes. And so there are things that are going to go in the trash, and you got to be okay with that. There are things that's going to go to the Goodwill or Salvation Army or your local church or wherever, and be okay with that.
Mhm.
And then there are going to be things that you keep.
Mhm.
And then guess what? That keep pile is going to keep getting reevaluated and reevaluated and reevaluated. Now, mind you, I had a deadline and I also have space limitations.
Mhm.
So
So you had a lot of driving factors.
a lot.
You couldn't turn back.
I
What was
could
that
not.
moment you realized I can't turn back?
Mm.
The only way forward is forward.
I
push
feel
through.
like I was probably like 3 days to a deadline. So I had a
Ooh.
deadline to move out of my apartment and I had a move-in date. And then I also had life. So I didn't have the luxury of, I had to go to work. So it was like, it has to be done, you know. So at some point I did ask for help, but it was probably like the 11th hour because a part of it I had to declutter. Then I also had to clean. And then I had to box and pack. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't recommend that. But my intentions were for my new space that everything would be new. And so that helps to a certain extent. I mean, not obviously all my clothes and my shoes, but the actual furnishing had to be new for me.
Right.
And so then, again, I had to sell things and give things away. But the point of the matter is, I didn't know how that would improve my mental health. Like, it's like way more than the things and the stuff, but being in a new space, the new energy, and setting the tone for my new space, that right there took my mental health to a whole nother level that I can't even put into words. And again, everyone's journey is different. And I might get a little bit of an OCD now, but it's okay. But it just now my mind is free and clear. And they talk about that,
Yeah, they do.
like how clutter can really impact you in multiple ways, not
Your
just things
health,
and
your
stuff. Yeah.
mind, your physical being,
Mm-hmm.
your mental wellness,
Yeah.
everything, because as boss ladies, we're having to step up. You're often the person that people look to for guidance, right? There's so much expectations on you. So if you don't have a clear mind because you're
Right.
surrounded by stuff that no longer serves you, how are you supposed to manage that?
I don't know.
That's very
Yeah.
stressful.
And then we're creative beings.
Mhm.
And in order to be creative, a lot of time we need to have the freedom,
Yes. Yes.
And so it provided that type of mental freedom that I needed and just a sense of peace. And I do recommend it. Spring cleaning is not just a thing,
Mhm.
but really being intentional about it. As Coach Kaya said, I don't recommend doing it in 2 weeks or a week of a whole place. But if you just start with a room,
Right.
set your intention, but have a deadline because a lot of times we can be like, I'd rather just put my feet up on the couch. I don't have a long
Yeah, I'm
day.
tired.
I'm
I just feel like
tired.
I'm asleep.
Right, right. The stuff is where it is.
Mhm. And it's gonna be there
It's gonna
the
be
next
there.
day, the
Right.
next year,
Hmm.
and it will never
Yeah,
go
it will
away.
never go away.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. And certain things you can't. Like, I get it. Like, you're not going to give away your yearbooks and all your books in your, area of profession, but certain things can be uploaded. Photos can be uploaded. They can be put on Drive. So be creative with it. I'm not just saying toss out all your life memories,
Right.
but think about other ways. And then also another tip I gave myself, I limited the number of boxes. I said to myself, if you must take this, then you can only have 5 boxes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I said for each room, how many boxes were able to be moved. So I put a timeline on myself. And so I was like, well, because really it was about space. And I will be, again, 100% transparent. Even once I moved, I still did not have enough space for the things. And so it was a process, but I had to also be kind to myself because if you are very hard on yourself during this process and throwing away stuff, like that can take you in another direction. So be kind to yourself. But I again knew I was not paying for storage and I was not going to be in a place full of boxes. Like I could not,
Right.
my place have to be a certain style for
Yes.
me where I feel comfortable.
Yes.
But, I just see everything differently now. And I didn't know that a new space would do that. Even how I cook, how I consume things, like everything has changed just by being in a new location. So I
Wow.
think people underestimate what a new environment can do for you. But think about when you go on vacation and how you move. Think about when you even do a staycation, or even if you're at somebody's house visiting, like how that different environment, the impact it has on you, or the takeaways you have. You can go visit somebody's house and be like, I want my kitchen to look like that.
Yeah.
Or I want my this to look like that. You know what I mean? And it's the small changes. But again, we don't need stuff from 3 years ago that we don't wear.
Right.
It's just sitting there. That could be a gift to somebody else who doesn't have. I'm not saying trash it, but I'm saying just be mindful of your space and what we really do need. But again, I'm trying to live a minimalist lifestyle. This message will not be for everyone or resonate, but it's more about the mental health, not about the possessions and the things.
100%. And here's the thing that we don't realize. Clutter has many forms. There's digital clutter, opening up your inbox and feeling so overwhelmed that
Oh,
you just don't even
God.
want to work. You don't even want to sort through what
Yes.
messages are important. You got the mail system telling you you're about to run out of space.
Yes.
All of that stuff is anxiety causing.
Yes.
So maybe for some people it's digital clutter.
Like
Maybe,
that.
yeah. Maybe for
Mhm.
some people it's actual physical clutter
Right.
that is weighing you down, right? Because think about it. When you walk into a room that doesn't have a lot of things, think about how you feel, right?
Yeah.
Practice. Just walk into a room with a minimalist room, with everything in that room is truly necessary to that space. Then walk into your home and say, how do I feel? What's the difference? Is my home,
like
do I
that.
have things in my home that's making me feel weighed down? Can I concentrate in here? What room in my house do I gravitate toward? Just naturally, right? Because we're constantly trying to heal ourselves. We're just
Mhm.
not often aware
Right.
of how that process is unfolding.
Yeah.
But listen to that process. Think about the most comfortable space that you have in your life. Is it your home? Is it somebody else's home?
Right.
And why?
And
Say,
why?
well, why do I always want to be over here?
Yeah.
Why am I always smiling when I'm here and not
Right.
smiling when I'm there?
Right. I love that. And I love that you said that because I remember same thing with emails and then also text messages. For some people, they can't even see the number. Like I was with a really good friend and she couldn't see the number, like you know how it shows up on your phone,
Yeah.
how many messages, like the number just took her somewhere else. You know, people can't see that. And my numbers be pretty high and I won't share, but you know,
Think
I
about
get
that.
that.
Yeah.
You know, and what it creates, like you said, the anxiety, like, oh my God, did I miss something? Oh my God, did I not respond to something? You know, and how it makes you feel. You're right. Like my happy place is the beach. What's at the beach? Sand. But clearly, it's not much at the beach. I can't be like, well,
Yeah.
it's the swing, it's the stuff.
Mhm.
No. And you know, and again, everyone has their own life journey. But what works for you and speaks to your soul, what provides you with calm?
Yes.
Like this provides me with calm, relaxation. A lot of people say it's like it's a resort, it's a mini resort. And that just makes my heart happy because I was very intentional about it. My goal is to keep to it. Like I'm very thankful for people who want to bring housewarming gifts, but I politely decline because I'm really intentional about what's in my space. You know, I don't need 5,000 cups.
Yeah, so what are some good gifts though for people who are anti-clutter?
That's
Because
a
that's
great
what people don't,
question.
people want to, gift and they feel confused sometimes.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't like stuff.
You don't like
Yeah,
stuff.
so what can I get for you?
You know, I would say gift cards are really good, even though I know people think that that's not personable. Other things, I think just know the person, like jewelry,
Mhm.
perfume. I'm still a girly girl,
Mhm.
if y'all don't know that right now. You know, so I feel like that's
Yeah.
but I don't need like all the appliances. I don't need a wine rack.
Mhm.
I don't drink wine.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
don't need,
And
I
you
don't,
have to put that
right,
somewhere. Yeah.
exactly. I don't need a plant that I can't take care of
Mhm.
because I'm always on the go. You know what I mean? So just like really know the person.
Yeah. And we
Um,
always say this,
yes, ask the
Yeah.
question. Like,
Because trust me, if you give something to a person that does not want clutter in their home, it will be moving out. It will
it
be
will, yeah,
regifted. It will be
yeah.
gone.
It,
And
it
when
might
you
not
look
even,
for it,
yeah,
it will not be there.
it might not even make it in the house.
Respectfully.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good question. Like, what do you give someone? You know, yeah, you know, really ask that person. But you know, obviously we still have to have clothes and stuff, but I wouldn't want anybody to purchase, you know, that.
Mhm.
But yeah, just very minimalist. But I'm even at a place where I just appreciate time.
Mm,
So if you want to take me somewhere, or we just outside, or you know,
quality time.
time is really a gift. That's a gift, and that's memories, and we don't have to store it anywhere.
There you go.
Right
You gotta
here.
take a few pictures, call it a day.
Yeah, and upload
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
I wanted
Yeah.
to ask you, I noticed that you didn't start the process right away. It wasn't like bam, but then the results, when it was time to move, it was time to move. And then that part was like bam. So what were you doing in that beginning stages when you were kind of deciding what should I do? What do I want my next steps to look like? What do I want my home to look like? Do I want to move? What were you doing during that process before you actually physically started moving
Moving.
things? Yeah.
I had came to a time in my life where I said it's time for the new chapter. So that's something that internally I came up with. And that was huge because the place I lived at, I had lived it for 20 years. So we're not talking about 2 years,
Yeah.
5, 10.
Moving from place to place.
Right,
Some
right,
people
right.
have that story.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Mhm.
Again, everyone's journey is different, but it had came a time for me where I said, I need a different environment. I believe that the pandemic had taught me, whatever phase you think we're in, not in, post, whatever, pre, in. It has taught me a lot about me. And so in doing that, I decided that the environment I was in, because I was there every single day, you look at things different. We talked about that. When you're somewhere every single day, like there is no, this is home, this is work, this is everything. You're like, I don't think I need to change. I think that I need to change of environment, scenery. And so it was challenging, because like everything was new, but I knew within me I needed to move and I needed something different because I was different.
There you have it, boss ladies. As we evolve, our spaces need to evolve, our relationships will evolve, and we will have a different relationship with clutter. But I think the first step, as Monica L was sharing, is that take that time to be with yourself in that
Yeah.
space. Get a chance to see, like, how do I feel about it? Does this space still serve me?
Yeah.
The me I am today, right?
Right.
Don't worry about the future you necessarily.
Right.
Worry about the you are today. Does it
Mhm.
serve you, right? And then make a decision from there. And I have to say, I have seen you move with so much courage and so much wisdom, and you are really a demonstration for all the people in your life. But you hear the questions we ask you. You see how, peaceful we are when we're with you and
Yes.
all those things. So you want to be that peace for yourself, and just know that you being that peace for yourself is also you being peace for others, because you
Thank you.
are a demonstration of that.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And I also want to say, you don't have to physically move
Right.
to declutter or to change your environment. You can change around your furniture in all your rooms. And some people might be like, I have a very small space. You still can change things. You can have accessories.
Buy new furniture.
You can buy
and
new
fresh and
furniture.
feel like you're in a whole new place.
Exactly. You could paint. So you don't have to physically, you don't have to be as dramatic as mine. And I know people have moved across the country, people have moved into homes, but the focus is the declutter and what it does for you. And it also helps you to not have a heavy lift when it's time to clean and do all the other things. Because guess what? You ain't got too much to move.
Again, it's
Not too
how you
much to
set
do.
yourself up for abundance.
Yes,
The
yes,
goal is abundance and to
yes,
live
yes,
life on your own terms and
yes.
to elevate your experience.
Right.
So how can you do that if
Yeah.
you have a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't serve you anymore?
Exactly. And the younger version of me thought that it was all about the material things, and you had to have so many this, so many that, and acquire this. And this was a symbol of something. And I'm not saying again, I'm talking just my own perspective. And then I got to a place where I'm like, well, how many shoes do I really need? And I know, ladies, we do need all our shoes.
How many do we really
How,
wear?
right. How many do you really wear? What serves a purpose? And then I, was able to move accordingly.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did that for every other thing. How many pots? How many silver?
Wow.
How many do I really need to function?
Wow. Today.
Today.
This stage of my life.
Today.
Yeah.
We're not having a party with 50 people every day of our
Mhm.
lives,
Right.
or maybe you are, and then you would adjust for that.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, and then and I am definitely a happier version of myself. But I will say with therapy, with a loving community who listens to me, and then just knowing your own worth.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing.
course.
I'm getting so many takeaways from this. And the first thing I think I'm going to focus on is the digital decluttering. I really want to go through those emails.
Yes.
I'm tired of getting notifications that everything is full. It
Yes.
just is adding too much pressure. So what is the one thing that you're going to start with after hearing this conversation today? Let us know how it's going. Let us know how this conversation impacted you. We would love for you to add to the conversation any decluttering tips, maintenance tips, because that's what Monica L talked about. Once you declutter, you have to actually maintain, because it can spiral back into what you evolved from very quickly. And you have to be mindful of that. We're always one cup away from going too far. Right. And so, it's really tricky. It's really tricky, but we're here to support you as you support us, and we can do it. Well, imagine when you remove clutter, what are you saying yes to?
What are you saying yes to? And what do you really need?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. What do you really need? Not what you want, but what do you really need? If that's the lane you want to go down.
Right. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
You say you want a man. Is there room for a man? Is there room for, you want a baby? Is there room for a baby? Is there room for better family relationships? Is there room for friends to come over and hang out with you? Like you want to make sure that there's room for the things in your life that you truly desire, the
Yeah.
things that will make your heart sing. Okay?
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach Kaya. Thank you for allowing me to share my story.
I love it.
And again, take away what you may. The gems are there. Yes.
And we can't wait to hear from you. Have a wonderful day, boss ladies.
Bye for now.
Hey, boss ladies, are you ready to boss up and experience the next best chapter of your life? Well, that's exactly what our Boss Lady Manifesto Journal was designed to do. Don't take our word for it, though. Check out the countless Amazon reviews from boss ladies all over the world. And remember that the power to co-create the life of your dreams lives in your faith. We dare you to grab your pen, gather your thoughts, and take control of your actions. The Boss Lady Manifesto Journal is on sale at Amazon right now. Go get your blessings.